If we believe it's ambiguous, we shouldn't be talking about it because it was not from the practice of the Salaf to talk about the mutashabih. In fact, they got very upset when people used to ask about the mutashabih. Let's remember the example of Imam Malik ibn Anas rahimahullah. Imam Malik got angry when somebody asked him how Allah made Istiwa on the throne. He became angry. Now a person asked him about fiqh. Did he get angry? Imam Malik, you're the imam, you're the mujtahid imam of the madhab and such. Tell me about the ahkam of the wudu. Get out of here. Did Imam Malik do that? Somebody asking about how to make salat, asking about this is a bid'ah. Did he do this? I don't think so. This is different. They dealt with these verses, these texts differently because they were a different category of texts. They're not like asking about wudu or asking about siyam. Somebody asked about the menses and he'd get angry with him. How did a woman have the menses? Yeah. He didn't get angry. But someone said, how Allah made Istiwa on the throne. First, he started to break into a sweat. And he looked down and he thought for a minute. And then when he answered the person, it's different. There's different narrations of what exactly he said. Some say that he said that, and this is the most popular probably, that the Istiwa is well known. Meaning that it's coming in the Quran and Sunnah. It's not something that we never heard about. We've all heard about and know about the Istiwa. But the kayf is not ma'qul. It's not comprehensible. It's not conceivable. The how is inconceivable. And to believe in it is wajib. To ask about it is a bid'ah. So now let me ask y'all a question. When he says that al-imanu bihi, believing in it is wajib, what did he talk about when he said it? The istiwa. Not how. Because people try to make it seem like, no, he's saying that the meaning of the istiwa is clear, but what's not clear is the how. So, because they try to use this as a proof to say, we believe in the meaning, we know the meaning, we believe in the meaning of these verses. All we don't know is how. We believe in a literal meaning, and we leave the how to Allah. No, they saying the meaning and the how is unknown. How already is negated. But what we don't know is the exact meaning. So when he said that, he said believing in it is wajib, he's talking about the istiwa. And asking about it also pertains to the istiwa. Not how the istiwa. Like he's not saying to believe in the how of the istiwa is wajib, and to ask about the how of the istiwa is an innovation. No. Believing in the istiwa itself, not the how of it, but it. The istiwa is wajib. To ask about the istiwa itself is an innovation. You got me? So then that means then that the meaning of the istiwa itself, something that we have to believe in and not ask about. Asking about it is an innovation. Then he had the man kicked out the masjid. You see? So he was very staunch about dealing with the person who asked about the istiwa, because it's not in the category of things you should go around asking people about. How about making a book about it? If he felt this way about somebody who just asked about the istiwa, what would he say about people who make a whole books and volumes explaining the istiwa? I don't think he would like them in the masjid neither. He would probably kick them out too. I mean, maybe. Because the person just asked him a simple question that took 2 seconds to ask. Kayfa istawa? And he was like, get out of here. How about somebody make a whole book about how Allah Ta'ala made istiwa on the throne? He rose, he ascended, he descended, he sat, he did. What would he do to that person? I wonder. Because he was kind of, what he did to that man might have been pretty lenient to what he would do to somebody that if the man would have said, Imam Malik, I have a book on how Allah made the istiwa, they would probably killed him. Forget kicking him out the masjid, they probably would have beat him down. If he would have put out a book and said, I have a whole book based on how Allah made istiwa. And it mentions sitting, and it mentions being above, and it mentions coming close to, and it mentions descending to the first heaven without leaving, making istiwa, sitting on the throne, and going back up to the throne at the end of the night, and coming up and down and up and down and all that. Imam Malik probably would have been so infuriated. I don't know what he would have done to that individual. Allahu A'lam, what his students would have done. But it's just a question, just something to think about. Just something about that reaction that he gave to the man for asking how he made istiwa, and a person making the whole publication, basing their whole aqidah, whole ideology of who's going to paradise, who's going to hell, who's guided, who's deviated based on the istiwa. Something to think about. Something to consider.